morning. Well, about 8:45 Eastern Standard Time here, and I'm not sure what time it is in Tehran, but I'm Pavi LD, and you're listening to War Notes from the front porch. Sound you hear? That's real life. Babies, counters clicking, the hum of normalcy amid chaos. But the headlines just broke. The headlines just broke. Iran's supreme leader has emerged from silence to declare they've delivered a quote hard slap to the face of America, end quote, calling it a victory over Israel and us. Plus, new threats are pouring in, and that so called ceasefire, still just more political smoke and mirrors for the next half hour, or a little bit less, I shall say. We unpack what he really said, what it means for you, and how to stay grounded while tensions rise. Let's begin. Today, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, broke his silence after several days, declaring Iran had won, having, quote, delivered a heavy slap to America's face, end quote, and destroyed Israel's war effort, according to the Times.co.uk and according to theguardian.com. He dismissed U.S. airstrikes on nuclear sites, calling them ineffective and exaggerated, a narrative consistent across recent Iran statements. Why is he speaking now, you may ask yourself? Well, Khamenei's timing signals confidence. He waited until international teams IAEA and the DIA issued mixed damage reports. With air-based strikes successful, he can declare symbolic victory while stretching powers internally. This bolsters domestic unity and positions Iran as resilient before global eyes. Classic leadership strategy in conflict. The real deal is that there's no ceasefire and there's no peace. Despite headlines promoting a ceasefire, Iran never agreed to terms. Khamenei's claim follows missile launches targeting U.S. bases in Qatar and ongoing enrichment, clearly signaling continued conflict, according to TheGuardian.com and Barron's.com. The moment Iran says victory, quote, victory, a ceasefire can't exist. They're still at war. It's the calm before the storm, in my opinion. So what does this mean for you, my listeners, my people? What does this mean for you? Military escalation equals energy disruption. Gas and food already in flux. Propaganda wars, misinformation, because propaganda wars leads to misinformation, correct? Don't believe sound bites or platitudes, okay? What do symbolic statements equal to? It equals to the long game. Iran's ready. Iran is ready to push back again and again. This is the calm before the storm, I tell you. So what should you do on the home front? That's why we have this podcast. It's to let you know how you can stay prepared throughout this war. We don't want to be in war, but this is the reality in which we live. So what are the home front prep steps? Make sure that you refill gas tanks. I talk about this on most of my episodes now. Refill gas tanks, keep them half full or more, because you never know when you're going to be broke, right? You never know when you're going to need to drive out of your home and the gas stations may not have any gas. You must stock up on water and staples like rice, beans, pasta, very important things. You must secure cash if you're able to, in case systems freeze during crisis. Very, very important. This happens a lot, okay? ATMs and banks shut down all the time due to different various reasons. So I have a question here from a listener, Blue Stevie 64. Good morning to you, Blue Stevie. The question is, what countries do you think will be on America's side and which ones will be on Iran's side? To be honest right now, I think, in my personal opinion, Mr. Blue Stevie, I believe that Every country is sitting back and they're watching the stupidity of Yellow Man. They're seeing that he is not consistent, that he can come on his menstrual cycle at any time and make various decisions overnight or within hours or minutes. So because the relationship, I feel, in my own personal opinion, because the relationship has been strained with the United States, with various countries, I believe that it is in the interest of most other countries. If I was in their countries, I believe that only a man that has some type of strategy would think this is not over. And I'm talking about any leader from any country. Let's watch Yellow Man and see his next moves. And if Iran needs help at the end of all of this and it's going to benefit us in any way, then we're going to jump in and help. And I'm thinking the top countries that would jump in and help first, as we know, real high tensions, Russia. Okay. And then I also feel that North Korea jump in just in order to pump their guns up and pump their, pump their shoulders and say, I'm here. The North Korean president might come out and show off his new nuclear missile again, or whatever he has going on, and Russia pump his guns as long as he can, but he's watching the table too as well. I think it's a big table of chess. I think it's a big table of strategy, and I think that folks are waiting around because Yellow Man has no strategy. But because of this reason, to answer the question in full, I believe that the cards are on the table, right? It's open for anybody to jump in. Anybody could benefit from this war to a certain extent. If they see that Yellow Man is turning against them, they might all team up with Iran and everybody in the Middle East. You'll be surprised who becomes friends when things start to hit the fan. That is my opinion, and thank you so much for asking. I hope that helped in some way or another. Continuing with our broadcast tonight, our program. And again, if you all have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment below, because that's why I leave it open, because I want us to be able to communicate. It's no reason to hide from anyone. We are family. We have children. We have dishes cleaning. We have cooking to do. And some men may be working on their way to work, maybe sitting in your car. You could be doing various things, but we are family. We're here to chit chat real quick for the short period of time that I am on here. Thank you so much. And welcome everyone here to the program. So again, I say secure cash in case systems freeze during crisis. Okay. Make sure your phone is charged and that contacts are listed. A lot of people depend very highly on their phone in order for numbers and phone numbers. And I'm gonna tell you folks, there's a lot of times where I can't even remember my own children's number, my 20-year-old, my 18-year-old. I can't remember their number sometimes by heart. That is awful. And we need to put a check on that. And how do we do that? We go back old school style, grab that pen, grab that paper, and write down important phone numbers. Make sure that you talk to your folks. No panic, just awareness. Talk to your folks. Talk to people. You say, hey, listen, if there's an emergency and there's a cyber attack, where do we meet up? Where's the best place for us to meet up so we all can be safe and all be able to get in contact so we're not going nuts? Because things like this war, poverty, job cuts, and weather like this hot heat can make people go very crazy and make people do very stupid things. But I tell you here, there's somebody else in the world that is worse than you, my listener. There's somebody else in the world that has more problems than you, that has way more issues than you have. And today we got to wake up and breathe today. If you are listening to this, that means you are breathing, you are alive. This is wonderful. This is the wonderful thing. Everything after breathing, we can fix, whether not good or bad. We can get through it. We can get through it. As long as we help ourselves, the good Lord shall help us through the rest. Now, going into porch reflection, because remember, we're sitting on the front porch here. Okay. Iran is shouting a victory, but it's symbolic, not terminal. It's just symbolic. Very important to understand. We are still here. The war touches us indirectly, but you're home. You control that space. So keep grounded with facts, not just headlines. I would say not just headlines. Share truth, not clickbait. Okay? And be aware. Get your ducks in the row. Don't wait until the last minute. There's already chaos. There's already panic buying. Don't wait till the last minute. We are human. Do what you can while you can. We're in a fight for our lives. Literally, we are in a fight for our lives. Listeners, that is your wake-up call for this morning. That is the first episode of this morning for today on War Notes from the Front Porch. I am Pavio G, reminding you, this war has no winners, only survivors. Iran didn't sign a ceasefire. They declared a slap. They declared a slap in the face, and that means we stay alert. If this grounded your morning, please, I ask you, subscribe. Share your prep tips with everyone so they can get the information too. We're human. Let's barter this information or just say hi. From my home to yours, stay steady. And remember, when the world gets loud, we go home. Good morning or good night, wherever you're tuning in. And thank you so much for being here. And I will see you on the next episode. Please subscribe because we have constant episodes coming about every hour or so. So please stay tuned. You all have a beautiful and blessed morning. Bye now.